Yo, what's up, bro? If you've been struggling with writing bass lines recently, I'm gonna walk you through my 5 step process as a bassist myself to show you how to write great bass lines. So, first step we're going to check out is basic one, root notes. The first thing, the most essential thing, you have to pick out your root notes first. It's gonna decide what your chord progression is. And it's gonna lay the foundation for the rest of your song. The next thing that you need to decide what you're gonna do with is the harmonic rhythm. So what does that mean? Harmonic rhythm is when the chords change. So let's say, for example, if we have this this little right, if we're just gonna work with those 3 chords, the harmonic rhythm is how they interact with each other and when I switch from one chord to another. So we could, for example, do right, or we could do a slower one like a something like that. Oh shit, yeah, but you get the point, right? So the harmonic rhythm is gonna be when the chords change, how they interact with each other. And what I played there was in the key of A minor, so that was A minor 9 with the tonic, the 7, right, one step below the tonic, the 9, skip the 3rd because it's like implied, and the 5th. So A minor like this, 7, 9, and the 5th again. And then we go to C major 7, right? C major 7, and we just put the 3rd up an octave. So it's the same, as you can see, same voicing as for the A minor 9. So it's going to be a pretty smooth voice leading. So we go, and then we go to a D minor 7 with the 3rd, the 7, and the 5th, right? Root, 3rd, 5th, 7, and we put the 3rd up an octave, so we get, right? So those are 3 chords. And what can we do with that afterwards? So step 2, where's my pen? Harmonic rhythm. Rhythm. And so for the rest of this, let's stick with that. I actually quite like that one. The I like some kind of funky feel. We can even go to the right. So was that was just I moved the whole D minor shape up whole tone. So that's just gonna be an E minor 7, right? With the 7, 3rd, and 5th. Right. So I'm gonna stick with that harmonic rhythm. So I've picked my my root notes and thereby my chord progression. I have now picked the harmonic rhythm. The next step is gonna be the rhythm, right? Rhythm. So what does that mean? If we just focus on the root for a second, I can actually lay down. So I'm gonna lay down this this little thing. Tempo is gonna be right, so around 130. So we have that. 1, 2, 3, and then we have a little doo doo. I think that's it. Oh. And then we said we're gonna go to the right. So now we have our chord progression down. Let's focus on the root notes. Right, so harmonic rhythm is just, we go do 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 do. Right, so they're not all on the downbeat, as you can see. This one's downbeat, downbeat. This one's syncopated, right, from the second beat, and this one's on the third beat, and then we just loop it over. So rhythm. Now we have to come up with a rhythmic motif to make this interesting. Many bass lines might just be like something like, oh wait, like you're literally just following the chord tones. But we can make it a bit more interesting. Like, this is a bit of a funky feeling. So I think like doom 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 doom, right? Something like that. So what that is a rhythmic motif. And what that means is it's just like we have the toot 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 rhythm that's repeating over and over. So if I write that in, so that's a toot toot toot. And now I'm just gonna repeat it over to keep the same rhythm and pitch it to the actual chord tones. And this one right here is not gonna line up like this one a bit before the actual chord change, but that's okay. Like in context, it's gonna sound alright. Let me show you. Actually, I want them a bit shorter. You see? So now we have this rhythmic motif, and to throw the listener for a bit of a curveball, we could switch around the rhythm. So now it's literally the same on every bar. Let's say in the turnaround, we throw in a low doom doom. Or something like that. I don't know. Maybe this. Yeah, that's better. So that's actually part of the last step. But before we cover that, we're gonna talk about the fourth step, which is spaces and breaks. Or pauses. You can really call it whatever your heart desires. But what that means is this is what I actually did right here. So having a bass playing all the time might not be super interesting. So I spaced them out so that it's not like just all of the time in your ears. You actually have some like rhythm, and spaces also makes the rhythm clearer, right? Because the notes aren't all glued together. So that is step number 4, and then I also spoiled step number 5, but whatever, that's all right. That's gonna be melodic licks, right? Licks, or just licks, or these little extra spice notes. And this is just for flavor. So as you would flavor a dish, it's very personal. Someone might just like salt and pepper. Somebody might go crazy with cayenne pepper and everything. The point is that it's your own personal decision. So what I liked in this bassline was just these two, and I think if I did it on every beat, like if we take this little thing right here and copy it over, it might sound alright actually, but I think it's gonna get repetitive. And the point is, the melodic licks is to throw a curveball, something new, something interesting, you know. So if you just, I don't know, even if you switch it up, it's still, I don't know. Point is, be tasteful with it, right? Don't overdo it. Because then the ones that actually matter stick out way more. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. These concepts can also be applied to any genre, any, like you can apply it to funk, rock, pop, rap, whatever you want, even, or maybe not classical or choir, but I assume most of you don't write in that genre anyway. But yeah, so if we cover it again, step by step: root notes to decide the chord progression, then the harmonic rhythm to decide when the chords change and when the bass is going to change, the rhythm introducing a motif so that the ear has something to catch onto, spaces and breaks to make the rhythm clearer and not have bass all along, and then lastly a few licks to just spice up your bass line. Have a good one.